Kitco News special coverage of the Gold Forum Americas is brought to you by New Pacific Metals and Silvercorp Metals.
There are a few countries as historically significant as Bolivia for precious metals and mining, and New Pacific Metals has made Bolivia its focus. I'm with Lon Shaver. He is vice president at Silvercorp, and the company has a major stake in New Pacific Metals. Lon, welcome to Kitco.
Thanks, Michael. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's step back and look at Bolivia. Why is the country so significant to mining?
Well, it's significant because of the long mining history. I mean, mining began there in colonial times. The Cerro Rico deposit, which is not far from New Pacific Silver Sand Project, for example, is one of the largest silver producers in the world. It's estimated to have produced over 2 billion ounces of silver. And mining remains deeply ingrained in the country's culture, and the government is familiar with mining and supportive of mining projects.
What are you focused on in the country?
Well, New Pacific's focused on advancing its three main projects: Silver Sand, Carangas, and Silver Strike. Silver Sand is the flagship. It's the most advanced. It has a sizable and high-grade silver resource that's expected to be developed as an open pit mine. Carangas is a new discovery which really has advanced very rapidly from first assay results earlier this year. And the company's looking to repeat that success at Silver Strike, which just delivered some good news in terms of gold assays last week.
Bolivia has had its challenges in the past. Right now, can you bring us up to date? What is it like working in Bolivia?
Well, I think everyone knows that Bolivia moved to a more socialist government 15 years ago. But since that time, I think there's been reasonable stability, and especially compared to other countries in Latin America. And what we see in terms of operating with the government, there's a high degree of support for mining at different levels of government. And really, they've identified mining, because it's still a significant contributor to the economy, they've identified mining as really an opportunity for economic development, and have designated to have 5 new mines in the country by 2025.
I was talking to your VP Exploration before the interview as well too, and I just want to emphasize that point. There's a lot of people that have come to the country right now, and then that there seems to be a real mining culture that's developing.
Yeah, and I think New Pacific can take a lot of credit for that, for having been a bit of a pioneer and having done great work in a short period of time, in particular with that Silver Sand project.
Talk about your funding.
So the company currently has $29 million in cash as of June, based on the rate of spending. Should finish the year at with about $20 million. Started the year with a budget around $16 million, so it's been a pretty sizable program. And based on the success so far, going into 2023 with $20 million, we'll be looking to do a lot of work.
And of course, you're supported also by Silvercorp Metals as well too, which is has operating mines.
Yes, Silvercorp has just over 28% stake in the company. Pan American's also a sizable shareholder, just under 10%. Third largest shareholder is the CEO.
Talk about the management team.
Yeah, so the CEO, VP Exploration, and the country manager all have in excess of 25 years in the mining business from a technical standpoint. So that's been great. And they've been the people involved in securing the projects and doing the good science to get the projects to where they are. CFO has over 15 years of mining, accounting, and reporting experience. And the VP Corporate Affairs is a Bolivian with over 15 years in international trade and relations, government and investor relations. So really a very solid team for doing what needs to get done in Bolivia.
What are the milestones over the next 12 months?
Well, the milestones really are tied into the 3 projects. Silver Sand is expected to have an updated resource imminently, complete a PEA by the end of the year. So those will be big milestones. Going into 2023, that'll be the beginning of the permitting process, and also to complete a pre-feasibility study. And the objective is to be in construction in 2024 and in production by 2025. Carangas has gone from, like I said, a discovery early in the year to now with 5 rigs drilling, doing 40,000 meters of drilling this year. Probably do between 20 and 30,000 meters more drilling at the beginning of next year, leading into a first resource estimate by year end. And lastly, Silver Strike, really with so far just one rig drilling, but very good results. We would expect these assays to continue in an expanded program for 2023.
Lon, thanks for speaking with Kitco.
Thanks, Michael. It's been a pleasure.
My name is Michael McRae. You're watching Kitco Mining here at Gold Forum Americas in Colorado Springs.
Kitco News special coverage of the Gold Forum Americas is brought to you by New Pacific Metals and Silvercorp Metals.